Let's go to the lawyers. Susan Moss, family law attorney, joining us from New York. Mike Gottlieb joining us from Miami, and Dwayne Cates tonight from Los Angeles. And Mike, why shouldn't he have to listen to every single thing he did to these women? Do you realize that when one would try to escape, he would take a vacuum cleaner cord and put it around their neck so they couldn't get out?
Well, there's no doubt that the allegations against him are heinous, but I think you have to take into consideration, and we've all seen the YouTube videos of the victims where they're saying they want their anonymity. You have to imagine that there's a component to this case where the prosecution spoken to the victims, and perhaps the victims have said, look, we prefer a life sentence over a death sentence if it means we're not going to be exposed, we're not going to be on TV, we don't have to tell our story to the world, we don't have to go through all the gruesome details and things that happened to us, and we prefer life in prison. We'd rather see him suffer each and every day for the rest of his life. That, to some people, is worse than the death penalty.
It just seems too easy. It just seems that he's not paying for what he has done. I want to go out to Mike Gottlieb, joining us, defense attorney. Here's the thing. You have a right to a speedy trial. Under the Constitution, you have a right to that speedy trial. The defense is exercising that because in court the other day, the defense said, Mr. Prosecutor, I haven't gotten all the forensic evidence. Prosecutor said, we're working night and day to go through it ourselves. We don't even have a handle on it. Is it just too much trouble to go to trial with 997 counts?
No, I think it's a good strategic move for the defense to move as quickly as possible. This is a huge case. You've got 10 years worth of evidence. Not all the evidence has been processed yet. Not all the evidence has necessarily been turned over to the defense. So I think from a strategy standpoint, the defense is making a very good calculated move, saying, look, we're ready. Time is usually on the side of a defendant, and they're saying we're ready. They're trying to catch the prosecution and these girls before they've healed, maybe before they've had an opportunity to reflect and make a different decision. They're catching them at a time when they're still vulnerable, and I think they're making a very good strategic move on behalf of their client.